Welcome to News for All the World. Welcome to the channel News for All the World, where we bring you global stories that matter to your future. Today we cover a secret military deal between Russia and China that could reshape power in Asia. A major leak has revealed that Russia agreed to equip and train a Chinese airborne battalion. This is more than a simple arms deal. It could shift the balance of power in the Taiwan Strait and across the Pacific. The claim comes from leaked documents. These papers, nearly 800 pages long, show contracts and plans that link Russia directly to new Chinese airborne forces. Analysts at the respected Royal United Services Institute in London reviewed the documents. They confirmed their authenticity. Here is what you need to know right away. Russia would supply China with airborne combat gear, including light amphibious assault vehicles, armored personnel carriers, and anti-tank guns. Russia would also send instructors to train a full airborne battalion of the People's Liberation Army. And the plan would let China absorb Russian know-how, so it could start producing some of this equipment itself. The story began with a hack. A group calling itself Black Moon obtained and released the papers. According to the reports, the files included contracts, annexes, and schedules that together added up to nearly 800 pages. The contents suggest a deep and structured program of cooperation, not a one-off shipment. The leaked documents listed the equipment line by line. They included amphibious assault vehicles, airborne armored personnel carriers, command and communications vehicles, specialized parachute systems, and even advanced anti-tank guns. RUSI experts say the documents fit with other signs of growing military exchange between Moscow and Beijing. Russia's role is not just selling. The papers show that Russian instructors would directly train a full Chinese airborne battalion. Training would take place both in Russia and in China. Part of the program would happen at Russian airborne schools. Another part would be staged on Chinese soil, where Russian officers would work alongside Chinese units. According to the files, Russian trainers would teach landing techniques, fire control drills, and complex maneuvering. This means China would not only get new hardware, it would also get training in the Russian airborne doctrine. One key point is technology transfer. The documents show that Russia would pass know-how to allow Chinese domestic production of certain systems. This includes guidance on integrating Russian-designed vehicles into Chinese communications and command networks. That step matters because it could create hybrid units, where Russian origin vehicles operate seamlessly inside Chinese command structures. The strategic weight of this deal is large. If it goes forward, China could raise its air maneuver capability sharply. That means Beijing could use paratroopers or air-inserted forces more effectively in a crisis. The most obvious target of such a capability is Taiwan. Airborne troops can be dropped behind defenses, secure airfields, and open the way for larger invasions. Taiwan fears exactly that kind of scenario. Regional neighbors would also worry. The Philippines sits near flashpoints in the South China Sea. Smaller island states in the Pacific watch these moves with alarm, since airborne or amphibious forces can project power over wide areas. RUSI analysts say the deal, if confirmed, gives China new offensive options. They note that airborne forces, trained with Russian help, could operate in ways that are hard to track or intercept. This kind of stealth penetration is dangerous for any defender. Russia still holds some capability advantages in airborne operations, built over decades of doctrine and combat experience. If China closes that gap with Russian help, its military toolbox expands in significant ways. At the same time, there are caveats. Neither Russia nor China has confirmed the deal. Some media outlets have not had access to the full set of leaked documents. Verification depends on the review by RUSI and a few partners, not on universal confirmation. That means there is some uncertainty about the full details. Analysts stress that leaked papers always carry risks of misinterpretation. Still, the consistency of the files and the careful verification work make the core claim credible. This deal does not come out of nowhere. Moscow and Beijing have grown closer over the last decade. Their forces have run joint drills at sea, in the air, and even in the Arctic. Politically, both governments present a united front against Western influence. The Ukraine war pushed Russia further toward China for support. At the same time, China sees Russia as a partner in challenging US power in Asia. Put together, the leaked airborne deal looks like one more piece in a larger puzzle. So what does this mean for the future? In the short term, China could begin training its airborne troops with Russian instructors within months. The arrival of vehicles and systems would follow the schedule in the leaked contracts. That could mean visible changes in exercises by next year. In the longer term, if technology transfer succeeds, China could start producing Russian-style airborne vehicles at home. That would multiply the scale of the program, making it harder for opponents to match. The bottom line is clear. If this deal is real and if it goes ahead, it will increase the risk of conflict around Taiwan and the South China Sea. It will also give Beijing more tools to pressure neighbors and challenge US allies. Viewers should watch carefully as more leaks and confirmations come out. Stay with us for updates on this story and others like it. Subscribe to News for All the World so you do not miss the next report.